Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the K'NEX Building World's Kids Love, the Plants vs. Zombies motorized cone mech. Not only are you getting a really cool vehicle for the zombies, but again, it's also motorized. It's going to have like a little remote control. Spot will show you that when we get this opened up. It does use two AA batteries, though sadly the AA batteries are not included. You also get yourself a mini figure of one of these zombies. I can never quite place what that zombie is wearing. It kind of looks like it's Mr. Furley. Mr. Furley from Three's Company if he was a zombie. It's kind of like one of those older senior citizens that wear like the really bright white shoes and like those track suits, but he's also got a tie. There's a lot going on with that zombie. Toy does contain small ball and small parts. It's not recommended for ages for under 3 years of age. This set has 114 pieces, so it actually shouldn't take too much at all to put this together. On the flip end, on the back side of the box, this is a 1-to-1 scale of the size of the zombie that you're going to be getting. Also, again, motorized. So it will go forward and it will go backward via the connected remote control that's included. Also available down below, I think Spot's pretty much had a look at all of those. These several different zombie sets. For everything K'NEX, though, you can go to www.knex.com. You can also follow facebook.com. /K'NEX if you want to build K'NEX, actually I should say, facebook.com/build K'NEX. That would be your Facebook destination if you want to follow the folks over at K'NEX. Spot is going to take a break, get this opened up, put it together, and when we come back we're going to get a better look at the Plants vs. Zombies cone mech. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Obviously, the one thing that you'll get included with the cone mech is an instruction booklet. It's not really even so much an instruction booklet, it's a folded up sheet. I kind of wish it was more like a booklet. But it does show you how to put it together, and it took Spot roughly maybe about 30 minutes or so to put together. It's not intensely labor intensive, but you do get your instruction guide. Putting that to the side, the one figure, of course, you're going to be getting is Mr. Furley. Hey kids! Mr. Furley as a zombie. It was a horrible impression of Mr. Furley. I don't even know where I was going with that. It is the similar body as what we've seen before with the other zombie figures. He does have articulation. He does have a ball joint in the head. Moves actually quite easily. Ball joint shoulders. Now, because the sockets, you can see the sockets are very small. Sometimes they're prone to having the arms pop out, but I mean it's the lifestyle really of the zombie that things are going to be popping off, so it's all right. He does also have a bend in the elbow, a rotation in the wrists. He does have a swivel in the waist, and legs go forward and back, bend at the knee. So you get a really neat looking zombie. I'm going to add that to my collection. My little zombie army is slowly growing. Also, too, on a side note, the other building set that we're going to be having a look at as well, that was the football mech. It actually comes with the exact same zombie, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Again, just because they're from, I believe they're from the same time period in the game, and who doesn't want several zombies of the same type? Moving the zombie to the side, let's have a look at the robot cone mech. It's a really fantastic looking piece. I like that K'NEX has taken the core pieces that you would come to expect with the mech, the Connect pieces, the Connect toys, and they've also included the cone top to it. So it's kind of a good amalgamation of the two things. Now there is a section, let me just move this up here. There is a section up at the top here where you can take your said zombie, and I suppose you could either take the cone completely off, or you can just kind of put the zombie in there there is actually, I don't know if you guys can probably see it or not, but there's a little peg point in there. Not the easiest to get the zombie in there. I guess probably what you could easily do, I say easily, but you could take this dome completely off and put the zombie inside. Giving you guys a better look at the mech. Again, like you can see all the inner workings of the K'NEX pieces and how they've come together. I would say, like, versus the football mech, this one actually is a little more intricate, I would say. So, you know, funny enough, Spotto actually was fully built it, and then I had it on my desk, and it got knocked off, and I had to, luckily I went back and I looked at the instructions to figure out where all these pieces go, because, again, it's a little more intricate. The football one's a little more simplistic, and I'll show you the two when I do the review of that one. Here's your main motor compartment, and then here's your remote control. You know, and actually, surprisingly, you know, when you take the twist tie off, I just ended up putting it back on, but when you take the twist tie off, you get yourself a pretty good range of space that you can work the mech. I mean, as you can see, I mean, that's a pretty considerably long cord. The batteries are inside here. I got my 2 AA batteries. As for your remote, you have your on, your off switch currently. You have your forward and your back, and I'll show you that in a second. So, again, like a pretty decent looking mech, cone mech. There are some stickers. I put a sticker on the side here, just some mechanics. On the front, there's stickers and matching tie to the Mr. Furley. It's not really Mr. Furley, but the zombie that's included. So, to get this to work, again, you just have to put your AA batteries in here. And, again, pretty neat how all this stuff comes together. I mean, when you're building it, it's a little more complex. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a little bit more complex. But the end result, though, is pretty neat indeed. So we're going to do it, again, this forward back. I'll show you guys both of them here. So you're going to just press the button or move the button over to the side. And you can see the mech is actually moving. Very spider-like. Exactly really the same way as it was in the game. And then again, to switch it back, hey, come back here. There he is right there. You can see how the mech moves. And just to kind of give you an underside look, how those work. And the thing is too, in the instructions, it even indicates, see this little gear here and this little gear here? You have to make sure that one is facing up, one is facing down, because that ends up propelling the mech forward and or back, depending on your preference. And once again, there it is, forward. And you imagine, really, aside from the compartment here where all this stuff is attached to, it's only spinning 2 things. But because all the other K'NEX pieces are coming together, you get yourself a really neat looking playing toy. Now, I will say, though, to the sense of it being a building toy, again, be very careful with these, because I feel like this one's a little more intricate than, again, the football mech that we'll be looking at in a second. You know, it's also, I've noticed, a little bit more fragile too. So like one piece only really needs to pop off, and then, you know, you're gonna have problems with it being moving. But I mean, the end result though is a really phenomenal looking piece. I think the football one might be my favorite, but I really like this one quite a bit. It definitely takes the element of Plants vs. Zombies that we've been seeing from K'NEX, and it takes it to a whole new world with something that's mechanical and motorized. Very neat indeed. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look, bringing that booklet in. Today we're having a look at the K'NEX Plants vs. Zombies Cone Mech Building Set. Got yourself a Mr. Furley zombie, and you got yourself a pretty cool motorized set. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way, and we're also going to be having a look at the football mech too. That's going to be heading your way as well. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.